Tropical Cyclone Veronica has now arrived at the Australian coast, or is just offshore. I'm just going to label on Port Hedland, which is right here. They are not yet in the core of the storm, and not clear whether they will get quite into the eye wall. The storm is forecast to stall at the coast, and the big headline here is that this storm is stronger than forecast. It is a likely Category 3 hurricane or Category 4 tropical cyclone. The reason why this storm appears to be under forecast is because of the contracting large eye, I think. The current satellite estimates have this storm between 100 and 120 knot winds sustained, 2 minute sustained winds. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center have it at 100 knots, 2 minutes sustained. The eye is clearly visible on the radar imagery. The strongest winds are likely to be within this region of the eye wall. They are quite close to the coast, almost touching the coast, but the storm is stalling and there is considerable uncertainty in the storm track. The Bureau of Meteorology predict landfall here. That would mean the strongest, absolute strongest winds will be along this coastline. The Bureau of Meteorology are predicting gusts in excess of 165 kilometers per hour today at landfall. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center have a slightly different track. They make the storm turning as just before making landfall. The winds are at the offshore point here are at 95 knots, 2 minutes sustained. That is 76 kilometers per hour sustained winds for 2 minutes. And then at this point they are 75 knots, that's 139 kilometers per hour sustained winds, 2 minutes. If we look at the GFS Global Forecasting System model forecast, we'll see the storm stalling at the coast as it weakens, as it's interacting with the land and getting hurt by the wind shear. The heavy rain is on the southeast side of the system. It is heavy, persistent. It lasts through Monday. This is a very severe and dangerous potential flooding event because of that focused rainfall in that particular region. This is the total accumulated rainfall, and what you'll see is the storm builds up rain very, very quickly. It is going up to the top of the scale, 300 to 500 millimeters, and very difficult to tell exactly how much rain it's actually showing because it looks like it's possibly off the scale. But so this is excessive rainfall. It's a severe flooding danger, and let's take a look. So if we zoom in on that region, and it is of course Port Hedland, there is this big section of extreme rainfall in the GFS throughout this region, and as you can see there are a number of rivers or dry riverbeds. I would suspect these are all, if they're not flowing currently, they're going to be flowing, and flowing big time over the next few days. I would advise, extreme caution in anywhere around these rivers, and look out for signs of flooding. So I'm going to wrap this up. As you can see, this is the latest in the satellite and radar. The eye is wobbling all over the place and is showing signs of that stalling seen in the forecast. It is getting disrupted probably by the land as well. So the overall story of excessive rainfall over the next couple of days over this particular region as the storm struggles to figure out where the hell it's going, and as it weakens, as it interacts with the land. With that, I'm going to wrap it up, and thanks for watching.